Hello, 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 my cha-cha time listeners here on YouTube. This is news in a minute, so you all know I'm going to go through this and catch you up on some news that happened this week. Now, first tea I want to talk about is my Bravo, because you all know that I'm a Bravo holic. So it's some drama stirring up over there at Bravo. Yes, it is, with the new housewives of Salt Lake City, and it starts off, of course, with Mary Cosby marrying her granddad or step granddad, however you might want to say it. But anywho, this lady has come out with saying that her dead grandma forced her to marry her grandpa for money. She said it's in the will, honey. Yeah, so while you people running around here talking Mary Cosby, she married her granddad, that's sick, which it is. When she said it's in the will, honey, she said her grandmother left in the will. Said a few months ago, Mary Cosby made headlines for being forced to marry her late grandmother's second husband in order to inherit the family's fortune. In a preview of this season premiere, Mary revealed the marriage was arranged by her late grandmother. It was kind of in my grandma's will for us to marry, Mary says in the scene. Her husband, Robert Cosby Sr., chimes in saying that his late wife, which would be Mary's grandmother, wanted to make sure he take care of what he was taking care of. She wanted to make sure that he be taken care of. Wasn't it? Nothing about her children, just make sure he be taken care of. So what he's saying, or what they are saying, is that the grandmother put it in the will. It says, she said, if anything ever happens to me, Bobby, I want you to marry one of my girls because they'll look out for you, he says. Child, show me that in black and white, honey. You know, because we can say anything. Show me that in black and white. But I'm going to come back and give full details on this story, okay? Because it is a little bit broad, and it's going to take us some time, honey, to get through that tea. So I'm going to come back and do a whole platform surrounding Miss Mary Cosby, yes, for my Bravo listeners. Now, of course, in the news, Mr. Trump had a very bad Friday in court with his election cases. They're headed for more action next week. So, you know, Trump is not, he's determined, he's not giving up. I had a dream that before this election even came to, that Trump was being carried out of the White House. Literally, he was kicking and screaming, his red face, and it was these guys in some black suits. It was two of them. I couldn't see their faces, but it was clearly, I could see Trump's face, and they were in the Oval Office, and it was as if I was there. But honey, I did not know it was gonna be like this. Yes, well, he had a very bad Friday, you all, with his election cases. It says CNN reports now that the President Donald Trump court cases to throw out ballots and turn around his election laws were bound to fail. Throughout Friday, the failures piled up. And one day, 9 cases meant to attack President-elect Joe Biden's win in key states were denied or either dropped, adding up to a brutal series of losses for the president, who's already lost and refuses to let go. I mean, they will not let go of anything. They're trying to get keys and things, different stuff. And honey, the Trump administration saying no. You know, we are staying put. Okay, you're gonna have to drag Trump out of that White House. Okay, you're gonna have to drag him out of that White House. Well, honey, while Trump is having a very bad Friday, the pro-Trump supporters descended, not the angels from Africa and South America, but the pro-Trump supporters descended on D.C. for a Million MAGA march near White House. Yes, they had the Million MAGA march near White House. Tens of thousands of President Trump supporters gathered Saturday in Washington, D.C., echoing claims of voter fraud and urging him not to concede to President-elect Joe Biden, and were rewarded by an appearance from Trump himself. He had a very bad Friday, but he came out for his pro-Trump supporters. All right, Mr. President. The president and his motorcade drove past the supporters, some of them waving Trump flags and holding signs saying, "Stop the fraud," and beat prez ever. Beat best prez ever. Okay, they said best prez ever and beat a prez ever. And well, you know, all that good stuff that those Trump supporters, those pro-Trump supporters, they say, they chant. The crowd chanted 4 more years, 4 more years, as Trump gave a thumbs up. Yes, okay, so I do not know if Trump is going to give up or give out. I do not know, but Trump supporters are definitely they have his back, and you all know how I feel about the election. It's not an election; it's a selection. Well, get over it, Trump. You were selected. You don't get those 4 more years. It's time for Biden. Hand those keys over and everything else that's needed, so we can move on. Because COVID ain't went anywhere yet, and I'm gonna come back and talk about that as well. Okay, so let's move on to some more news. Okay, this is some sad news. Okay, this is some sad news. Atlanta school principal and college professor wife drowned on a Puerto Rico vacation. That is so sad because I am in the education field. So when I saw this, I said I'd bring this to the forefront so people can know. We're going to lift them up in prayer as well. An Atlanta area high school principal and his colleague, Professor White, drowned while vacationing in Puerto Rico this week. Jamar and Anne-Marie Robinson were swimming in the ocean Sunday behind their beach resort hotel near San Juan when Anne Robinson was dragged by ripped currents, according to Puerto Rico news report. Jamar Robinson tried reaching for his wife, and they both went in under the water, the report said. Onlookers unsuccessfully tried to rescue the couple, authorities said. And of course, colleagues and co-workers have been pouring out their love and support for the family and everything. They're talking about how their hearts are broken. So we're going to keep that family, the Robinsons family, lifted up in prayer, both his family and her family, in their hour of bereavement, because we all know how death is. There's no words that you really can say, but God bless the family. God bless the family, okay? God bless the family. Well, you all know me when it comes to my news in a minute, I be looking and looking and looking and looking because I want to bring you the best news. So, let's take a little step back in history. Now, like I said, I'm a teacher, so this really, really got me, and I'm a first grade. So it says 60 years ago today, 6-year-old Ruby Bridges walked to school and showed how even first graders can be trailblazers. CNN report 60 years ago, Ruby Bridges walked to school escorted by 4 federal marshals as a white mob hurled insults at her. I remember seeing that film and actually reading the book while in school. Bridges, just 6 years old, on November the 14th, 1960, was set to begin first grade at William Frantz Elementary School in New Orleans. As the first black student to attend the school, Bridges carried integration on her small shoulders. Her first day at William Frantz came 4 years after black parents in New Orleans filed a lawsuit against the New Orleans Parish School Board for not desegregating the school system in the wake of the Brown versus Board of Education decision, in which determined in 1954 that state laws establishing segregation in public schools were unconstitutional. Okay, the year Bridges walked into the school, Judge J. Skelly Wright had ordered the desegregation of New Orleans public schools. The New Orleans Parish School Board, however, had convinced the judge to require black students to apply to transfer to all white schools, thus limiting desegregation according to the Equal Justice Initiative. That year, only 5 of the 137 black first graders who applied to transfer were accepted, and only 4 agreed to attend, according to E.J. Bridges was among them. For me, being 6 years old, I really wasn't aware of what was going on. Bridges, now 66, told NPR in 2010. I mean, the only thing that I was ever told by my parents that I was going to attend a new school and that I should behave. We want to give hats off to Ruby Bridges and all those who in history paid a price for us to be where we are today. There's so much going on in the news, so I just want to keep you abreast with the news. So hats off to Miss Ruby Bridges. Yes, hats off to Miss Ruby Bridges And thank God for everything she has done for those people paving the way they did. And we're gonna continue to keep her lifted up in prayer. We also gonna continue to keep the Robinson family lifted up in prayer in their time of bereavement. And we're also going to keep our exiting president in prayer, and pray that he can come out of stubbornness and they turn over the stuff that they need to turn over, because Lord, let us live to see. January is right around the corner, okay? So Trump, you just got to give it up, turn it loose. So we're gonna keep Trump lifted up, and we're gonna pray for the marchers out there marching, on Washington. We're gonna pray for the Trump supporters, and they have a safe march. And also, I don't know what we're gonna do about the Real Housewives of Salt Lake City, but Mary, honey, you gonna have to show me in black and white, blue, purple, something signed and a witness and everything, because I just truly do not believe your grandmother said marry one of my daughters. I'm flabbergasted by that. I'm just done. I'm done. But I'm not done with Bravo, okay? So I'm gonna come back and have that whole episode for itself, because they have aired their premiere first episode as premiere on Bravo. So I'm gonna review it and bring it back for you all, okay? You have just been Char time in the news. So if you like what you hear, I would like for you to hit that subscribe button, hit that bell, click like, and share. Once again, hit that subscribe button, click the bell, hit like, and share. And please go down in the comment section, talk to me, tell me some things, maybe some things you may want to see me do, something else. But these are my news in a minute, okay? Oh yeah, by the way, before we leave, because I like supporting people just like me, because I'm a newcomer, I'm fresh on the scene of YouTube. So go on over to Ashnique. It's a family vlog station, Ashnique, and they're doing some great things, and they're just coming out the gate. So if you all nosy like me and like watching families in their daily life or whatever, then check out Ashnique. It's Ashnique. So check them out, and I will put it in my description box as well. All right, see you later.